Today we are going to go over none other than the dog killer herself, Kristi Noem. For those of you who are not familiar with Kristi Noem, she is the Secretary of Homeland Security, aka the person that's in charge of things like ICE, Customs and Border Patrol, FEMA, Secret Service, all bundled up into one little ball of hatred that she is. You know, she has very horrible takes on immigration, and that's precisely why she was put into the position that she is, because Donald Trump knew that she was going to be a hardliner on kicking out any non-white individual from this country. I say non-white because clearly we allow in people like white South Africans, just not the black ones, you know? Let's not get hasty here, guys. But we're going to cover the controversy that happened a few days ago at one of her press briefings or whatever, where she was giving a hate-filled speech. Senator Alex Padilla went up, tried to ask her a question, and was removed from the area, tackled by these Secret Service agents or whoever was in charge at the time, Homeland Security, I don't know. And he was detained. This is a sitting senator. We can only assume what happens when she sees dissent among the rabble, such as ourselves. Anyways, we got a few clips to go over from different angles and all that, so let's just get right into it.
And increase our operations in this city. We are not going away. We are staying here to liberate this city from the socialist and the burdensome leadership that this governor and that this mayor have placed on this country and what they have tried to insert into this city. So I want to say thank you to every single person that has been able to do this. Also, I want to talk.
So let's just break down a little bit of that clip. I would like to highlight, the use of buzzwords such as socialist. I guarantee you this, that if you ask Kristi Noem what she thinks a socialist is, she would explain to you what a capitalist is. 100% guarantee on that. I don't know if you heard, but he said, I'm a senator, blah, 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 and he was trying to ask his question. We have the clip of him asking the question, so let's watch that.
I'm Senator Alex Padilla. I have questions for the Secretary, because the fact of the matter is a half a dozen violent criminals that you're rotating on your
I also want to
heads off.
How many of our ICE agents have been doxxed for doing their duty, how they have been targeted.
I'm Senator.
Hands behind your back.
If you let my hands go and put them behind my back.
All right, cool. One hand. Lay flat. Lay flat. Other hand, sir. Other hand. There's no recording allowed out here. I did not know. There's no recording allowed out here per FBI, right?
At the end of that, the dude was saying, there's no recording allowed here. Dude, it's a press conference for Kristi Noem. She's part of the administration. There's recording. We record them at all times. Remember that. It is well within our right to record. He didn't want you to record because they didn't want you to show Alex Padilla getting manhandled, which was fucking bullshit, because first off, all he was doing was trying to ask a question. They were acting like he was trying to bum rush the stage and just tackle her flat. That's not what happened. He went up, he started asking. The first thing he said was, I'm a U.S. Senator, Alex Padilla. Name and title right there. As soon as he put that down, they should have, let him ask his question. FBI agents, that's who that guy said that they were, should know who the senators are, especially within the states that they're in. They were in California at the time. It is just absolutely fucking bonkers the way that not only policing in this nation treats us as regular individuals, but also the leadership. This is fascism 101. If there's any dissent in the opposition party, silence them. You know, we gotta smash their voices down. Like I said, if they're willing to do this shit to him, they're willing to do this shit to us in much, much worse fashion, because there's no backlash for regular individuals. There's going to be backlash for this. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if some of those guys lost their jobs because of this. Let's move on to the next video.
I will say this. If this is how this administration responds to a senator with a question, if this is how the Department of Homeland Security responds to a senator with a question, you can only imagine what they're doing to farm workers, to cooks, to day laborers out in the Los Angeles community and throughout California and throughout the country. We will hold this administration accountable.
Good. I hope he keeps his promise and holds this administration accountable. Right now, we are living in a fascist dictatorship. It may not be out in the open and, you know, everybody's agreeing like, oh, yeah, Trump's pretty bad, but, like, is he really a dictator? Yes, he is. He will push the line as far as he can, and he will push it a little farther afterwards, because he'll just say, well, what are you going to do about it? What are we going to do about it besides what's going on in LA and sparking around the country? Portland, Chicago, they're having some things as well. That's all we really can do. And as Americans, it's well within our right to gather and protest. And this fascist government cannot stand as it is. If you have Republican friends, you need to let them know that this administration is out of control. And if they don't think that this administration is out of control, you need to let them know these are the brown shirt. You're the brown shirt if you're okay with what the Trump administration is doing right now. Nazi Germany had plenty of German citizens that just sat back and said, oh, it's not that bad, guys. Come on. Really? It's just a couple Jewish people. Is it really all that bad? And, you know, they were shipping them to concentration camps. And these concentration camps were not public knowledge for quite some time. But when they became public knowledge, those people should have stood up and said something. It took a world war to get rid of that, and I don't want to see a World War III because America is now a dictatorship. This is not a good mixture of things that we have going on in the country right now, especially with Israel escalating every situation around them as our proxy in the Middle East. You know, it's a bad look, you know, because for those who don't understand, what Israel does is a direct reflection of what the United States wants. You know, we are the ones that ship them the weapons. We are the ones that ship them money. We ship them this, that, and the other thing so they can commit these war crimes. That's what our U.S. government does. And it's fucking bullshit. I'm sick of it. I think most of Americans are sick of it too, but it's just insane to me how many people are all right with it. Anyways, let me know in the comments down below what you think of the Alex Padilla, Kristi Noem situation. Do you think the police handled that correct? Or do you think they should lose their jobs because of how they handled it? I personally think they should lose their jobs, and at minimum, our representatives should be heard. That's what they're there for. Anyways, like the video if you like the video. A subscribe would really help the channel grow, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Later.